They're actually so impressed about how Korea is convenient every time I talk to them, because I talk to my family really a lot. In general, how convenient it is to have everything fast. Yeah, everything in time always. Wow, it was like 대박. Hi, I'm Roman. I'm from France. I'm 26 years old. I'm here for about 1.5 years in Korea. Yep. Yeah, really long story though. It was actually 7 years ago, almost 7 years ago. She was traveling in France. We've met on internet a bit before, yeah. So we started to talk to each other, kind of romance stuff. And yeah, after that, she had to come back to Korea. And I just decided, yeah, why not come to Korea? I mean, Korea is such a nice country. Actually, I'm not gonna lie to you. I really didn't know much about Korea. The fact is that it was almost 7 years ago, and at that time Korea was not that famous because we all knew about North Korea. I don't know if it's a good thing to say. People knew mostly about North Korea, didn't know much about it, but nowadays with the music, entertainment, every Korean became so popular. But really before I was really not aware of what Korea, South Korea is actually. Wow. It was like 대박. Such a modern but really traditional city. The way of living is so traditional but so modern at the same time. I come from mostly countryside in France. We don't have that giant buildings and stuff like that. So yeah, it was such a huge experience. Even when I lived in Australia, I lived in Brisbane before. And that's Seoul, you know. They didn't know literally anything about Korea. I was 20 years old and I just told my parents directly, okay, mom, dad, 엄마, 아빠, 안녕, I'm gonna leave. I just bought a ticket and I'm just gonna leave. I do my bag. They just told me, Roman, you're happy, do what you want. They're actually so impressed about how Korea is convenient every time I talk to them, because I talk to my family really a lot. In general, how convenient it is to have everything fast. Yeah, everything in time always. For France, it's really not a concept that we know because everything is extremely slow. So yeah, they were impressed of how fast everything goes. The most easy example I have is the glasses store. In France, buying glasses is such a process that takes a lot of time and a lot of effort actually. You have to go to the store, choose glasses, it's really expensive. Before that you have to go to the doctor to check your eyes, they give you everything. Korea, I just go there, I take 30 minutes and I came out with my glasses. Yeah, they were so impressed that everything goes so fast and so easy. I actually bought glasses for my parents. I would say relation between parents in Korea, it's a lot different from France. A lot more, you have a degree of politeness that you need to have with your parents. She was actually so shocked so we kiss on the cheeks and hug each other. My wife, the first time she came in France, she was so surprised that my dad just kiss her in the cheek and do a big hug. And even at night when we were going to sleep, my mom just actually came and say bye to my mom, came in the room like it's nothing. Like we were just family. That's a normal thing for French people, but for her, she was extremely shocked. So on that day, we took 자전거, 40-kilometer trip, whole day long to Hanbaksan mountain. Yeah. I just called my family at that time on the road. That's Korea. Wow, that's really Korea. Yeah, they were so impressed. With my wife, we love doing hiking. Daegu has so much mountains, so it's a pleasure to go there. So pretty, I love it. Even in Seoul, there are so many mountains too. In France, it's like a day's trip to go. In Seoul, again, it's so convenient. They don't have the real city experience. You might think it's stupid, but I want to make them take the subway and do stuff like that. How convenient it is. Everything is so convenient. You can go all around Seoul with subway. You just get your card, you put money on it, you travel everywhere in Seoul. So nice. But how clean it is. I would just not take them when it's like 5 p.m. in Seoul because it's gonna be a bit problematic for them. In Paris, we got subway, but it's not as clean. I mean, that's not a cliche to say that Paris is really dirty, so yeah. There is actually a lot of cultural difference. I would say that Korean women take more care about their appearance when French women will not even care sometimes. That's not a bad thing, but I think Korean women are kind of hiding their expression before they actually know people. It's all about the being polite process in Korea, so that's a normal thing. But yeah, I think that's the biggest difference is that women are not really expressive at first when you meet them, always extremely polite. So today I've talked about my parents' reaction when I told them that I'm gonna marry a Korean woman. So if you guys like that video, please like, subscribe and comment on this video.